We have got Marc-Andre Barriault taking on Oskar Piechota. And this one, folks, is the bad fight. This is the awful one on the card. I had some people a little earlier in the week asking me for some opinions on this fight, and I'm going to lead with this. If you're listening right now and you don't care, go ahead and skip ahead a couple minutes because you shouldn't bet this fight. You absolutely should not bet this fight. Now, if you're a degenerate like me and you want action on every single fight of the evening, that's fine. I get it. Throw $5 or $10 on it. So we'll try and figure something out here for you. But when it comes to a serious betting, if you're looking to lay some serious wood down, don't touch this one. So Marc-Andre Barriault is 11-4, and all 4 of those losses have come in the UFC, folks. He was an undefeated prospect before he made his way over to the octagon. Oskar Piechota is 11-3. All 3 of Oskar Piechota's losses have come in the UFC, folks. He was an undefeated prospect before he made his way over to the UFC. That's right. Both of these men have been repeatedly proven not to be UFC caliber, and that's why we can't touch this one. It's very much like the first fight of the night last week. Just don't do it. Andre Barriault, he waves the Canadian flag. I was sold on this guy. When he came over, I saw everything that I liked. I was ready to go to war with Marc-Andre Barriault. However, hindsight has given me a little bit of clarity. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5? 4 or 5 split decisions coming over to the UFC, and they went his way. He did have 1 loss before he made it to the UFC, and that was a split decision loss. So essentially what that should have told me back in the day, which I didn't put together, is that this guy fights close every single time. Low level, high level, doesn't matter. He's never going to blow anybody out of the water unless he gets a KO. And he does have some early KOs, but the regional scene KOs you can't read a whole bunch into because a lot of those guys are bums. At any rate, I like to think of Marc-Andre Barriault as discount Ian Heinisch. This guy has a decent counter wrestling game. He's got decent pop on his punches. He flurries, strong right cross, covers up and looks to slip and rip back at his opponents. He has decent leg and body kicks, but he doesn't put a whole lot on them. Just very, very basic. He does what he needs to do or what you would think he would need to do. He's decent everywhere, but he's not great anywhere. And that's all it comes down to. He does use the cage well to get back to his feet. He has good scrambles to get his position back. So if he does get taken down, his takedown defense is really like the one thing that I like. He's got good takedown defense and a good get-up game. But once it's on the feet, he can't do a whole lot with it. Piechota, on the flip side of this thing, has absolutely wicked ground game. He's got slick transitions. He chains submission attempts. He can sweep people. He sweeps from submissions, which is something I love to see. He'll dive on 1, 2, 3 submissions in a row, and then he locks up something like a Kimura and uses it to reverse or get on top of you and get a better position. Very solid ground game from this guy. He has good trip takedowns to get the fight where it needs to go. He does have good, powerful body kicks. He has big power, but he's a little wild on the feet because obviously he's a grappler at first. He doesn't have the sharpest striking. If he lands, though, he can take you out. He does have that club and sub ability to knock you to the mat and while you're rocked, take advantage of it. However, he's got no gas tank. And that's kind of the big difference between these two guys. Marc-Andre Barriault can go all 15 minutes without a problem. Dude doesn't break a sweat. He's got good gas. Oskar Piechota, on the other hand, has awful gas and will try to kill you in the first round. And if he can't kill you in the first round, has nothing to give in the second round. And you can make this guy quit. He has absolutely got that quit in him. And that's something that I can't handle. So I can't put my money on a quitter. And I can't put my money on a guy who I don't see has any path to victory other than a very difficult fought split decision. So, like I said before, this fight is a complete pass. Something in the back of my brain is telling me that Marc-Andre Barriault is actually going to get it done because he's got decent enough takedown defense that Oskar Piechota probably wears himself out, and then maybe Barriault actually gets some kind of a TKO. So that's the side that I would lean to, but I am not touching this. I'm not touching this one whatsoever. We've got champion picks here saying Emmett Volkov, Renault. I like that. I like that one. Luke saying the under will cash on this one. Maybe so. The only concern on this one, though, is Marc-Andre Barriault going all 15 minutes and not having a ton of pop on his punches. Connor McLaughlin saying another weak card. Spots make money, though. See, this one I think is a little more fun. This one's got more recognizable names. But yeah, I think there are some really good spots on this one. So kind of the same as last week. We're hoping for some fireworks to kick this thing off and have a good one. Let's see here. Sharp Money, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the chat. Thank you very much. Sports Gambling Daily. Yes, if we're going to go with anybody, it's going to be Barriault. Canadian. Gun to the head if I've got to make a pick. That's going to be the one. Gabe Killian saying Piechota by first-round submission. And that right there is why I'm saying pass, folks, because Piechota's got the skill set. He absolutely could lock up a sub on this one. So I'm not touching it. If I give you – okay, here's the thing. The thing you need to know about me. If I give you a pick on the outcome of a fight, but I don't tell you it's an official bet, I don't feel strongly enough about it to put my money where my mouth is. So I don't really care. If I'm breaking down a fight and I'm like, I think this guy's going to win, but I'm not touching it with money, take it for what it's worth. If you bet the other way and you win, score, high five, good for you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not sold on this fight whatsoever. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way. The under 2.5 might not be such a bad look because, like I said, if Piechota gasses out, maybe Marc-Andre can get a TKO because Piechota just has nothing left to offer, and then Piechota can get the sub. That's not a bad angle. Ooh, that's a take right there, Gabe. I don't know if I agree with that, but hey, more power to it if that's what you believe. Let us move on here. Till or Whitaker. This one is a very interesting matchup. I can't wait to talk about that one. Sneak preview. I'm kind of leaning Till. I want to see the line. I can't wait. I need to do some research on that one. But believe it or not, I might actually be siding with Darren Till on that one. Speaking of which, did y'all see what Darren Till did on social media? He bought the domain name for MikePerryIsABum.com. I'm not even kidding. Head on over to Twitter and check it out because he's posting up on a website. They've got like affiliate members or like subscribers or whatever for Mike Perry is a bum. And he's got it like the picture of Mike Perry where his nose is all busted off to the side. It's amazing. Till's troll level his troll game is on point. I love that guy.